Yeah, okay, that's good. What's up, everybody? Ben Jay here, and we're going to be doing a DCOM tier listing. DCOM stands for Disney Channel Original Movie. Yeah, we'll be ranking them from S tier down to F tier. We won't do all of the movies, but just some of some of the standout ones, because there were so many Disney Channel movies from way back when to now. I saw one number that said it was like 100. I think like 100 DCOMs over the years.
Yeah.
So it's a
That
large number.
Seems like a small estimation.
I was gonna say it's more than that.
Well, it's weird though, actually, guys, because like some of them are. Which one was it? 16 Wishes. That is not a DCOM.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually done under a different label.
Oh wow.
Isn't that weird? I can look it up to find out what it was exactly. 16.
So that's why the number's so low, because there was movies that obviously aired on Disney Channel.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So
we
it's
actually Disney.
watched
Right.
and experienced as a DCOM, but wasn't a DCOM. So
yeah, so it says right here, it premiered on Disney Channel and Family Channel in Canada. Now, okay, it was the second film to be released on Disney Channel that was not promoted as a Disney Channel original movie after Harriet the Spy. It's a co-production between Disney Channel, Family Channel, Unity Pictures of Vancouver, and Mar Vista in Los Angeles. So 4 different companies, and then obviously promoted.
hang on, didn't both of those movies have Debbie Ryan in them?
I don't know about Harriet the Spy, because I don't think we ever watched it as a
No,
family.
that had the girl from
Wizards. Yeah,
I thought. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So that was pretty interesting to find out, because that was a big surprise. Let me pull up a list of the DCOMs, because they have it right here on Wiki.
Emma Stone? No, it's not Emma Stone. She's the famous one.
Yeah.
No, is it Emma Roberts the famous one? No,
They're both.
famous.
Emma Roberts and Emma Stone are both, and Emma Watson as well. I don't know what that girl's name was. I mean, we could find it. I have Google right here. Wizards of Waverly Place, and her name was characters. Jennifer Stone.
Selena Gomez.
Jennifer Stone. Yeah. Jennifer Stone was her name. Actually, I saw David Henry on YouTube Shorts recently doing an interview, and he actually said that the initial plan for Wizards was that he was supposed to be the star of the show. And then the show went into like development hell for like 2 or 3 years, and when it finally got made final, they had switched it up, and Selena was the main, and he was a backup. And
That's so sad for him.
Oh.
and then
But he always had that vibe, though. That vibe of like,
Well,
someone
dude,
who had like
he
a really
did.
important thing taken
He
from him.
did.
and that's what he actually said, was he said that basically he couldn't get out of it because of the contract he had signed years before. It was still valid, and so that he just had to go with it rather than step away. Although, why would you want to step away at that point? I mean, it went on to be a massive success. So here is a list of all the Disney Channel
That's
movies.
like the curse of.
The curse of what?
It's the curse of. It's kind of the curse of Disney movies, honestly. Like, if you're a side character, you're always going to be like a second-rate actor.
Yeah.
Like you can never move.
It's
beyond
hard to
that.
break out of that, isn't it?
I'm not well aware of too many people who have broken out of it at all.
There's gotta be people, but as I'm thinking to my head,
I mean, it's hard enough. Okay, so it's hard enough to
Mhm.
be like a mainstay Disney actor or actress, and then go on to do like bigger things with your career. Like that's hard enough. I mean, like you know how much like Selena and Demi struggled. A lot of what is it? I think it's 6th or 7th gen Disney actors and actresses like Olivia Rodriguez.
Rodrigo, isn't it?
Maybe I don't know.
I think so.
And then the girl from
You're talking about Sabrina Carpenter?
I guess there's Sabrina Carpenter as well.
Doug Cameron
then
tried to
the
go
girl
on
that
to
had
have
the
career.
Netflix show just recently, the remake of the Addams Family, but I can't
Jenna
remember her
Ortega.
name. Yeah, Jenna Ortega,
Mhm.
and then the guy who starred in the Jeffrey Dahmer docuseries.
What was he
from
on Disney
Austin.
Channel?
He's Austin. He's Austin from Austin and Ally.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. What are you
He's
talking
the
about?
guy. He's the guy that played in
That's-
X-Men. And
That's
who
right. Cass told me
played,
that before.
Yeah, he's the guy from X-Men.
Wait, but Ike said that Cass told him that was Austin Mahoney.
I
or whatever his
never
name is
said
from-
that. I never said that. That's
Because I was like, wow, I
Guys
can't
from-
believe that character growth.
no.
Wait,
he's
so you're telling me
from,
it wasn't?
X-Men. Mm-mm. He's
Okay.
Quicksilver.
He's
Quicksilver
Quicksilver
from
from
X-Men.
X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in something else too, but I can't place what it is right now.
Yeah. So like I said, it's hard enough to go from being like a mainstay Disney actor to doing anything meaningful with your career, much less being a side character and being like, yeah, I'm
So
gonna go
there's
to the
Disney
next
Channel
level now.
premiere
Kind of,
films, and the
yeah.
Disney Channel premiere films, the first one was in October 1983, a film called Tiger Town. It's like a baseball film. And those ran from 83 up until 1997. And then after that, it was Disney Channel original movies, which were from 1997. The first one, Under Wraps, was the first one. Under Wraps, which seems to be some kind of mummy-themed film. That was back in October of 1997. And obviously,
Yeah,
the
we
DCOMs.
rewatched that at some point.
You have?
Hmm.
I've never seen Under Wraps before. The name
seems
sounds
strange.
vaguely familiar, but I don't know it at all.
Yeah. That's because Ike loved to turn on all the old ones like we hadn't seen.
Really? So you guys went back and watched through them?
Hmm.
That would be cool,
Yeah.
actually.
So Ike would show all the kids these ones.
It's a Halloween film of some sort. And ever since then, of course, we've had like all these different movies here. Yeah,
Right.
over the years. If you
The
look at
question is, did we need them?
what's sad though is if you look at the rating, like how the ratings have changed, and like, oh man, like, yeah, the last like what is it? The last like you see
Oh,
these right, Cass? Like look at the rate, like up
I've
here,
seen
obviously, like during the
those.
golden era, like you were getting anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 million views, and like ever
Hmm.
since then, it's dropped down to like 2, 1, 2, 1.5, 0.4. Oh, it's not pretty, not pretty. And they have a new one coming out called Prom Pact, but no information about it.
Okay.
So
Jason,
is that information coming from streaming services or from, I assume they still have a cable channel somewhere for people who pay for cable.
yeah, that's from
These last,
cable.
well,
'Cause
these last ones are
DComs.
saying that they're released on Disney Plus.
Aw, thank you so much, Jason. Jason said yesterday was Teacher's Day, and yes, thank you, Jason. It was a great Teacher's Day. Happy Teacher's Day to Ethan as well.
Eh, not a teacher anymore.
But you once were.
Yeah, I once.
I even had a student that was I was in my class a long time ago. She reached out and she said, "What'd she say?" She said like that's never. She said, "You were once my teacher. That's never gonna change. So happy Teacher's Day," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, that's sweet." All right, guys, let's
Sounds
jump
like the start of a Slim Shady song.
All right, let's get to these. Let's get
Except
to
it's
this
an
ranking
angry
here.
song.
Let's get this ranking here. So our very first one we'll do. Let's go with the earliest one. So our earliest one is gotta be. Try to look through this list here real quick. Johnny's Tsunami, right? No. June. Smart House. Looks like Smart House, the first one. Okay, Smart House, June 26th, 1999. The movie Smart House.
Man, Smart House
AKA
is that
only
old?
available on VHS.
Cass, do you even remember this film?
Hmm. I used to pull out the VHS just to show the boys because I wanted to show them all of those ones
Okay.
that were like the old ones that I remembered and
Here's
then they didn't remember yet.
Here's the EJ, turn your camera on, bro. I want to see your face.
I will when I'm done getting ready for
Okay,
work.
all right. Here's the cover of the Smart House. Oh my gosh, look at the bad cropping job on the family.
Oh my god.
This is like, oh man. No tagline. This is like so simple. So freaking simple. This is
Like
wild.
nobody even knows what's going on though.
Oh, I forgot
That house looks like the house that I'm building, though.
Maybe subconsciously just inspired
That's
you.
so weird.
Subconsciously inspired you.
Has either of you seen pictures of my house with like the outcropping bay
Yeah,
window
that's
with
actually
those-
true.
with the paint? That's so weird.
I've seen the columns.
Wait,
The
like
columns
on
are
both,
beautiful.
it's on the top and the bottom too. Like,
Yeah, I know, bro.
both stories.
Yeah.
So at 99 though,
Yeah.
like they were probably using a very basic form of Photoshop or some kind of Linux-based photo editor to edit that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not you gotta remember that was like the in-between stage where we were trying to go digital.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have the quality of doing like a real life graphic design editor of like taking a photograph and then cropping it together to make a high-scale print
It's
version of the poster for the movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely what it
And
is.
so the
It's
quality
gotta be-
definitely dropped.
It's got to be what it is, because like this does not compare whatsoever to like 1980s, you know, the hand drawn type stuff they were putting out for things movies like Tron or Xanadu. Like,
Yeah,
just like you should have spent the money on someone doing that for you instead of this. As far as Cass, how much do you like have? When was the last time you watched this movie, Cass? Recently?
Dude, it was so long ago. But I have to say, like, it always holds up when I watch it. I don't know why.
I remember it would be
like,
funny to go.
it always.
It's been so long since I've seen it, but I do remember there was like, it would be funny to watch the technology, because I remember there's that one scene in the bedroom whenever they have like the holographic ocean thing.
Yeah, they have like the ocean, and I was like, oh man, I love that.
Nowadays,
the one thing I remember
is what?
Is like the only place he could go and to like break into the house or whatever on his laptop was the bathtub. He had to lock himself in the bathroom, and he sat in the bathtub and like hacked into the house.
Here's the trailer, by the way.
Ow! You didn't tell me that thing was gonna bite me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just Pat's way of getting to know you.
Angie Cooper, age 9, 52 inches tall, 62 pounds, blonde hair, brown eyes, 12% body fat, had measles and 1 early case of pneumonia, no broken bones.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How'd you know all that?
Dude, that actor, like, she was, her inflections were always so funny.
The bite. The bite you felt was a tiny microscopic blood and tissue sample. And she analyzed your DNA, registered your body temperature, and then broke down your entire medical history.
This is the closest knockoff of Jennifer Aniston they could find.
Wow. Impressive. The thing about Pat is the more time she spends with you, the more she learns. So before long, she's going to know more about you than you know yourself.
Dude, why do Disney Channel dads look so fucking clueless, dude? Why are they always like so clueless? Like, we always cut to the Disney Channel dads, and they'd be like doing... just showing them doing that.
Here?
Like, Troy Bolton's dad was the same way.
That's kind of creepy.
That is Troy Bolton's dad.
I mean, it's like Big Brother is watching you, only Big Brother turns out to be your house.
Well, she's not interested in judging you or spying on you, Mr. Cooper. Nick, she just wants to understand you better so she can make your life as simple and comfortable as possible.
So
ooh,
you
the
just saw another
tension.
mainstay.
What's that?
You just saw another mainstay of Disney Channel movies, and that was the parents insisting that you call them by their first name.
Ah, true. To be the
It
cool
was
parents.
such a thing. It was such a thing in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Seriously was.
Hey, sounds great to me. Shall we move on?
Wait. So do they live here already or not? Because if not, like, she just stole all this girl's blood and data before even buying
they're
them.
just looking at the house.
We weren't really worried about that yet.
Apparently
We weren't
not.
selling
They were worried about it, but...
Let me give you the tour. The living room was designed for any kind of living you might imagine.
Even if I wanted to live in like one of those safari camps?
Pat?
Yep, here we go. There it is.
There it is.
Whoa.
A little less adventure.
I'm sorry. Pat, that's a little too intense. Can we have something more tranquil, please? Go ahead, step closer.
It's okay.
It's just the wall.
Dude, it's just the wall, dude. Yeah.
It's
You
just the
actually feel the
wall.
mist.
Pretty great, huh?
Like being there without having to get covered in that icky sand.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this is so funny to watch. It's also weird, though,
I love
like
the way
how...
that they're lovingly looking at like the ocean, but it's just the ocean. They're just lovingly looking at the ocean. Like all like belonging in their eyes, and like in reality, like they're not really looking at anything, right? Like they're just...
Well, it's also like, dude, like going back to what you said about the cover, the poster, the level of technology they're talking about there, like, did not exist. It would not like look that good.
Yeah.
So the amount of like the suspension of belief is like insane. It's odd though. It is. To be fair though, it is.
Even though they're making like $2.75 an hour.
Oh, devoted. It is. It's kind of interesting though, because like it is fairly relevant to what we're doing now with smart houses and AI technology. So it's kind of weird. I guess it just took a long time to get there. Anyway, as far as the ranking, the nostalgia is strong on this one. It's definitely one of the OG.
It's a solid movie.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah,
Definitely
it's just a solid movie.
set a good precedent for like the rest of DCOM to come afterwards. You guys think we should say A or S? I'm feeling an A.
What's S for?
S is like above A. It's like ultimate.
What does it stand for?
What does A stand for?
It's just an arbitrary ranking system, Cass.
Yeah, this is so weird.
My
I was
bad,
talking with someone
sorry.
on Bumble recently, and like I was asked like what their S tier superhero was, and they're like, "What's S tier?" And I was like, "You don't know about S tier?" And they're like, "No, I knew about it. I just forgot." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh.
I was like, "Okay." But yeah, what do you guys say? I'll give it an A. What do you think, Cass?
I'm gonna give it a
I'm
B.
gonna
I'm gonna
say
say it's B class.
B class, and Cass said A, so A is a win on that
I'm
one.
gonna go with A.
Okay.
It's just it's just
The nostalgia kind of wins out in that one.
Yeah,
I
the
feel like.
nostalgia of it.
Yeah. Okay, after that one, next up, another one from 1999. That would be our film, Johnny Tsunami, July 24th, 1999. So 2 banger movies right in a row. 2 banging films right in a row. Smart House in June, and then we had Johnny Tsunami in 99. Man, do you guys remember, like, EJ, you must remember this one, like, how much promotion went into this film? Like, they were, like, promoting it, like, every single day on Disney Channel that time.
Yeah.
Remember, because we recorded Winnie the Pooh's Grand Adventure, like, they kept popping up, Johnny Tsunami
And
this
it was-
Friday, Johnny
yeah.
Tsunami soon. So much
It's
nonstop
literally on any recording that we took during that time.
during
it's
that
just
year.
on there
It's on there.
as one of the
Yeah.
commercials. Yep.
How about this cover there? Like, we could have made this. What was that old picture from we used, Jay? It was called.
Oh man, you mean the really old
Like,
one?
yeah, like what was it called? Pick It or something like that? I can't even remember what it was called.
Yeah, something like that, dude.
Pick Magic, or it was some kind of play on the words with Pick, P-I-C. I don't even remember, but like this looks like so much like something that we could have made in that. Oh,
I know, right?
hilarious! Yeah, this is.
The thing that always surprises me about Disney Channel original movies is the font design for like the text that's going to represent the movie. How little money goes into that.
Well, back in the day, it was just more about. It was all about like what was like what was explosive. What was like big, wasn't it?
Friday on Magical World of Disney. Hold on to your remotes because Disney's about to go Richter.
How do you go Richter?
Go Richter?
What?
What?
Huh?
With the Disney Channel original movie, Johnny Tsunami. From the surf to the snow, he only knows one way to go.
Ah, epic 90s music.
Are you ready to go Richter?
No possible way!
Catch the Disney Channel original movie, Johnny Tsunami. Friday at
Please tell me
7:30,
he did not
6:30
just
Central,
say
right after
Richter
an all new
2
So
times.
Weird on Magical
Dude,
World
he
of
just
Disney.
used Richter 2 times in 30 seconds. What the hell?
Wow.
That's incredible.
Dude, wow. Wow.
It's my dad. He got even madder. And he and Brett and everyone were telling me to stay away from you.
Every 90s film, well, is it 90s film or just Disney? Had to have the blonde bombshell.
Emily, look,
Yeah.
it's okay. Believe me, I understand when your dad wants you to do something that you really don't want to do.
Whoa! Out of context, that's whoa! Hang on, what?
Okay.
Hold up. Disney? Oh, man.
What's that, some kind of Hawaiian swear word?
It means good luck.
Oh, well, homie, whatever to you too.
Wait, what did he say? What was the word that Johnny used?
I'll go back.
Hey, you the man.
After you.
Hey, Dave. Hey, there he is. Hey, Bono!
Well, my cat, you Brett.
What's that, some kind of Hawaiian swear word?
It means good luck.
Oh, well, homie, whatever to you too.
EJ, is he wearing a spider shirt? Look at that little spider design right there.
I know, dude. Look at that.
That's the
Can't
spider
even-
design.
What is that?
Here in Korea, there's a brand
possible.
called Spider that looks just like that. Yes.
Oh.
Slow-mo. Making every action shot look cooler.
one of the things that hasn't changed between then and now is that people still think that skiing and snowboarding look really cool with like camera angles and stuff, and it's like.
But they do, don't they? Really?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the person. I actually watch like the snowboarding GoPro footage and stuff like that. I enjoy it.
Dude, they are! Whoa!
You can't beat the wailing guitar solos in the 1990s. Background music. Oh, dude, what is up with these shots? Like, I remember seeing these shots a lot back in DCOMs and stuff like that. Like, the really close-up angles of action shots. And it's like, why do we have that shot? Like, look, this one right here. Like, it doesn't even look good. Who wins in the end? I don't even know who wins in the end of this scene.
I feel like realistically skis would win, but
Not a chance, Brett.
You have to remember they're pushing and shoving each other as well. Plus, he's got plot armor. He's the main character, so.
It does.
What about that heavy breathing? Did you guys hear the heavy
gosh.
breathing in the song? The...
And the heartbeat. You gotta have the heartbeat too.
Oh, he wipes out and Johnny wins. Oh, man. What a film. What a film. Sorry, this one is like...
I feel like that one stands the test of time, though.
It does, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
even as many
it
times we've
does.
watched it, I think it's because it gets all the elements of, like, what makes it great, So, it's still kind of clunky, obviously, but I love, like, the way they were trying to, like, bring more inclusion into the movie. The different cultures, different characters. There's, like, one of the few DCOMs that did not have, like, a white lead character, right? And then even, like, the side characters are also people of color as well. So, I think that was, like, one of the nice things about the film is the way it was kind of multiracial.
Well, there was also some really good, like, moments where a very early awareness of, you know, like, a very early cultural awareness came through as well. Like, when they make jokes about, like, the pineapple. Like, he's in you know, a white school.
At the white
And
school,
then, yeah,
and she
for
puts
pineapple, and she
Yep.
puts, like,
the slop of
shredded pineapple or
shredded
something.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still
Like,
clunky, but I
what's
think that's
that?
kind of one thing that made it nice was the fact that it had a lot more inclusion, diversity. Like I said, still clunky,
I mean,
still
it's-
early, not perfect, but
It's obviously at that point it was nothing more than cultural appropriation. But like we can look back now, we can label it as cultural appropriation. But
think so? I don't know. But the effort was there, and we'll give that one an S tier definitely. Next up on our list, so moving from 99, the next one would be, scroll through these real quick. Oh, another one from 99. Gosh, damn, they were on fire. Horse Sense.
Oh, Horse Sense.
November 20th, 1999.
You know, the family still watches that occasionally.
Of course, yeah, dude, it's one of those ones. Okay, so hang on, let me see if I can make out this tagline here. Can this, excuse me, pardon me, can this city guy and his cowboy cousin saddle up to save the ranch? Oh my gosh. Hey EJ, what do you think about this this text font right here? How well did they do on this one?
I feel like they weren't trying to do anything crazy.
Yeah. Does it match? Does it suit well?
Yeah, I think it does.
Oh my gosh, guys! Look at the cow they put on the original movie logo in the bottom.
Where?
Way down
Oh my
here, the
gosh.
cow. And why are they like, dude? Why is he chewing on the antenna of his cell phone? It looks so
Of his cell
creepy. Looks hella creepy. Looks hella creepy. This is like I'm glad they're brothers though, because otherwise this looks like a very early rip-off of Brokeback Mountain or something.
Here's what's interesting though, is you got to think about how these two brothers made the movie, right? And their other brother just like sat on the sidelines until Jumping Ship came out.
He made a cameo, didn't he? in the
He
film?
was in that one.
He was
Yeah,
he had a
made
cameo, but yeah, you're right. He basically did sit on the sidelines.
Mm. Which was kind of sad.
Coming November 20th. What happens when you take this city guy out of the city? Nice boots. Can't play cowboy without him, right? Horse Sense, a new Disney Channel original movie featuring Joey and Andy Lawrence, coming November 20th on Disney. You know, I'm really missing a great photo op here.
Oh man, Michael the Stampede.
Still honestly one of
my
my favorites.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Still one of my favorites.
I think the fact that they're actually like,
Wow.
What?
I think I just saw a shooting star. That was incredible.
Dude, I think about this scene every single time I go on like a night walk.
right?
Like this always reminds me of me.
Right? Dude, no. You know what happened actually? I think Mom must have told you about this, Jay. But Cass, you probably didn't hear about it. We had mentioned something. Mom is telling me a story about EJ in his house and about how EJ wanted to do stuff like perfectly like a certain way he wanted it done, and so like other people couldn't do it. And I immediately related it to the scene in Horse Sense whenever Joey makes the clubhouse, makes the treehouse, and then Andrew goes back and rips it apart because it's not done right. I immediately related that, and then Mom said that's exactly what Ethan said as well. Me and Ethan had both separately on different occasions referenced the exact same scene.
Reference the exact same scene. About the exact same situation, though, dude. That's funny.
Isn't that hilarious, dude?
Yeah.
This stuff is like definitely seeped into our subconscious, where it's just like, yeah, inseparable. You just can't get out of it. That's hard. I'm feeling either an A or an S tier on this one.
I think A tier.
Yeah, A is fair, right?
Yeah, I think A. I think A.
It's a bit cheesy in a negative way, but obviously it's still heartfelt and quirky. So
it didn't have my favorite Lawrence brother in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't have our favorite one, so
exactly. That was the last one from 1999. Up next we have oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. You guys are ready. Family favorite, August 18th. Quince. As if life at 14 isn't twisted enough. Look at that tagline.
No.
Oh
Can
my
I
gosh.
D-tier this?
No. No, you can't, because this is headed straight for the F tier. I just put in it just for the hell of it. Dude, as if life at 14 isn't twisted enough. Look at the pacifier on the queue. Oh, they really thought they did something there. They really thought they did something. Oh my gosh. Jamie wanted a little space. What she got was 5 Brothers and Sisters, starring Kimberly J. Brown. Why does this movie poster look so much like a Babysitter's Club book or something like that?
Wait, so you guys actually watched it, right?
You walk from the garden.
We did watch it. Yeah, I mean, like it was hard to get through, but we ended up like there was a Friday night and we burned popcorn. I had this memory in my head. We burned popcorn. The house smelled horrible, and we just suffered through the movie. It was so bad, so bad.
Sounds like a great experience.
Do you remember that night, Jay?
I mean, you remember it, so you remember. Exactly
I honestly don't remember that. I don't remember. I don't have that sensory memory. No.
Okay, so the thing about it, like this one and Hounded as well, like those are 2 Disney Channel movies that like we started watching and they were so dumb, like we stopped watching them, but then we came back to them later on to finish them.
What about one more that I'm sure you feel this way about too? Buffalo Dreams.
Buffalo Dreams is another one, Cass. Yeah. It was so hard to get through that film that we stopped it and started it like a million times. This one is.
Now, there's no way you're going to say that one's not cultural appropriation.
That one definitely has that one feels so culturally insensitive. It feels culturally insensitive. It does. I remember there were so many stereotypes and stuff in that film that just felt kind of like, that feels wrong. This film was complete trash. I remember Don Knotts' a small cameo, and that was the best part of the film. Was his line. He says, "Where are the little ones?" That was like the funny. Like, that line was classic in our family. Nothing else. The movie's complete garbage, but that line lived on. I think it's just because of its pronunciation, but yeah, this is going straight to the F tier. Don't waste your time watching it. It doesn't. It shouldn't exist.
No, thank you. I'm so sorry, but no, thank you.
Yeah, it should not exist as a film. It was awful. I don't even know why they made that movie. Okay, yeah, gotta move on from that one. Ugh. Okay, that was 2000. Up next, we're gonna be moving into I think 2001. Yeah, 2001 up next with Jumping Ship. So now we got the cool
Now we got the cool brother in.
Unfortunately, the file's messed up, so I need to convert it real quick. Put JPEG to PNG converter. Give me a moment. There it is. And convert to PNG. Yeah. This is another one we've watched many times over the years.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you guys must have watched it recently, right, Cass?
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that front cover though.
Wait till you see the catchphrase for it.
What is happening? I've never seen that front cover.
Their vacation plans just got soaked. Joseph, Matthew, and Andrew. Man. Look. Oh, man.
So there is a staple line from this movie.
Okay.
That follows with us in everything we do.
Which is?
And it's a scene, it's great because it's like not to use the word again, it's the quintessential line of what it's like to have siblings. Because for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, like there's a scene where Joey and Andrew have to jump off the boat.
Okay.
And they leave Matthew on the boat to pilot it, right? And like he has to basically like hide the boat on the other side of the island while they hide from the pirates. Well, they meet up with Matthew later, and they're like, "All right, let's go. Let's get back to the boat." And he's like, "Nah," and he just kind of like looks off in the distance. He's like, "Nah, yeah, I had to scuttle her." And he just like gets all thoughtful and like looks off to the distance.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, nah, I had to scuttle her." And then he didn't ask anyone. It was his decision. Like there was no prior communication. He just like, "Nah, I had to scuttle her," and he sunk the boat. Like it was a perfectly fine boat. And he just randomly sunk it for no reason. But he's acting like he just like took a hit for the team, and he's just like looking out of the distance. He's like, "Nah, I had to scuttle her," and it's just like,
you did what? You did what to the boat? Yeah. And they start immediately attacking. That's the thing though about being siblings is like someone immediately is there to attack you, and you go on the defensive and just like you get into it. Oh, dude, I forgot about that scene. That
scene's amazing. That scene has a lot of that movie has a lot of good scenes though.
It was so I don't know like if they worked on the script or what, because it definitely felt very accurate for being siblings. Obviously they were siblings. The dialogue came across as siblings. It was very realistic in that sense of like that's definitely a family dynamic there. No doubt about it. Oh man.
I just always think it's so funny because it's like nah, had to scuttle her. It's like you can't make a giant decision like that impacts
all of
everyone's
us.
life and then just like pass it off.
It involves everybody.
That's the reason it involves everyone, Cass. That's the thing, that it involves everyone, and then you make like the hero call by yourself. This is tough, guys. Is this one going A tier or S tier?
That's S tier. I mean, I literally just watched it less than a week ago.
Yeah.
I just watched it a week ago.
I agree with S tier. I think it's better than the original.
That movie gets played at least minimum once a month in this house.
Yeah.
It's so much fun because I think like the original one was so static because it takes place in the farm, whereas I think with Jumping Ship there was more movement in it because they go to so many different locations for it, and of course like the pirates with them as well.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to like push the bar to the next level with this movie. There's a lot of like stuff that you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they got that in here.
Really?
Well, I mean, like just the fact that there's like pirates that are obviously human traffickers, and like like there's so many inferences to them being human traffickers throughout the movie, and like there's several scenes where like both of the male pirates grab the female pirate by the back of her hair and like yank her around and stuff.
I remember that scene.
Yeah.
There's like, and then there's like a gun involved, and so like there's a lot of stuff it's just like, oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely for a different video. Psychoanalyze, like, give me a deeper analysis of these films and seeing like what was actually going on there. Okay, after that one, we can go ahead and move into. It was 2002, right? So we got a few more from 2002 as well. Some more bangers in there. Okay, up next then would be, looks like, which one came first? March, oh boy. Cadet Kelly. Too cool for rules. How you guys feeling about this this movie poster right here?
So here's the thing. Hilary Duff.
Don't hold back.
Hilary Duff was like the kind of like next door neighbor smash that you couldn't really find anywhere else in the 90s, because like everyone who like Disney wanted you to believe was a next door neighbor smash type chick, like they just weren't.
Yeah, they just weren't.
Like, what's her name? Renee Panabaker, is that her name? From Reader Than Wheat.
Oh, from Reader Than
She
Wheat.
also kind of.
There was
Yeah, like she also kind of.
K Panabaker.
Oh, that's
Danielle
who it is.
Panabaker. I think it's K.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, like the older sister, she kind of like grew up with Disney, and like they really like wanted you to believe that she was like that hot older sister girl next door. And it was
but
like,
she wasn't though.
She was kind of awkward. She was like, if she was your babysitter, you would just feel like awkward. Like it would be a super uncomfortable.
Hilary Duff was a big thing back in the day for Disney. Because like there was like Britney was the biggest one, and then like Hilary Duff was like the follow up to Britney, wasn't she? Isn't that pretty accurate to say? Because Britney was like more 90s.
I don't know about timeline.
I think so.
Yes,
I think so because
like
Britney was more
I
1990s with Justin Timberlake on the like the oh, I forgot the Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, Mickey Mouse Club. That was like in the 90s, and then obviously Hilary Duff was more like the early 2000s. All right, Jason's going to bed. Bye, Jason. Have a good night. Bye. He's been watching the stream the whole time.
Crazy guy.
He's awesome. He said, "Sorry for interrupting. I'm gonna go to bed." Not at all. Yeah, I was never a big fan of Hilary Duff. I know our older brother Steven was. Obviously, he was a huge fan of Hilary Duff at the time.
Yeah, but
we never even watched like the Hilary Duff show, Lizzie McGuire. But
I will say I did listen to some of her music.
How about the Mets?
It was live in the show, wasn't it?
Yes.
Dude. Lalaine was the coolest, though. We all loved Lalaine, especially when she got to shine in You Wish, which is coming up here soon. Hilary Duff did have a few good songs, Gus. I think So Yesterday was a good one.
Yeah, there's a couple good songs.
So Yesterday is a banger. What's the other one? Let the Rain Wash Down. I can't remember what that one is called.
Yeah, Let the Rain Wash Down. Whatever that one is, that one was good.
They played that at my work.
No kidding.
No, not aw, seriously?
Bruh.
Yeah, on Throwback Thursdays.
Bruh, that's
Oh my
wild.
God.
Someone referenced
She had that other one.
Someone referenced
the
Breakaway
popular...
by Kelly Clarkson, like on YouTube. I was watching a YouTube video and they referenced that song, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I actually played that the other day.
Did you really?
I actually searched that and played it. Funny,
yeah. But yeah, Hilary Duff, she definitely made a splash at the time. I think her success that wasn't really like long lasting. People still know about her, but like she's not as culturally relevant, I think.
I liked her in A Cinderella Story.
That's true. That's true.
Cinderella Story.
But
here's the thing about Hilary Duff.
Her one line from that is so popular still.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing about
when
Hilary
she
Duff,
texted
and we
and
could
she's like,
recognize it
LOL.
back then
Mm-hmm.
as well, even though we weren't as experienced, was that like with talent, there's people who are like naturally talented.
Okay.
And there's people who aren't naturally talented. Like they're not like photogenic or whatever, right? And Hilary has like that photogenic ability to just be in front of a camera or be with other people, and it's just like it's natural. And so watching it doesn't give you that knee-jerk cringe reaction that you do from like, 98% of Disney Channel original movies, because there's something natural about her personality that you can tell like she actually enjoys being around other people, or she actually enjoys acting, or or whatever it is. Almost like a Lindsay Lohan type, how like watching a Lindsay Lohan movie, even though the what they're talking about is outdated and the fashion's outdated, it's still fun to just put on and watch because she's such a talented actress. Of just like she has like that photogenic kind of like, I don't know, likability, I guess.
I can get that. I can get that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I think like with Hilary Duff, like her whole thing was about being the ditzy, klutzy kind of charm. Was like the whole card they played with her was always about being the klutz or whatever. And I don't mean that obviously derogatory. I just mean like that's like how they often portrayed her and stuff. And but you're right. Like it didn't feel that annoying. Like I'm like looking back, I don't remember it being annoying, even though now it might be annoying.
Yeah, it wasn't annoying to watch. Yeah.
So
like
probably do
we
that.
have social media platforms now that we didn't have then, and we're able to like know people intimately, even if we've never met them. And so we can like look at actors and actresses or singers and songwriters, and we can say like, oh, I know what this person's like in real life. Okay. And then we can compare that with their character, and we can say, yeah, this character wasn't an authentic representation of themselves, so I don't want to watch this character anymore. But like back then we didn't have that, so we just had to go off of, you know, our feelings about how this actor or actress made us feel in this role, and like how authentic was their representation of this character, if that makes sense.
I think that's true for a lot of for a lot of Disney actors, that they always try to just make their real personality the on-screen personality in most cases, didn't they?
Yeah. Now this movie,
they were so
I think
young though. They were super young in all of these
course,
films.
Always are. Yeah.
I mean, this movie was lame for multiple other reasons.
Dude, I know. I mean, like stepping away from from Hilary Duff, like the movie itself was not very good. It was definitely like, yo, we got to make a movie with our main star. What should we do?
Yeah, I remember the father figure being a real idiot.
Okay, yeah.
I remember like
he was a
lot
jerk.
of like fake. I remember a lot of like fake military stuff that wasn't accurate and didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving this one. I'm feeling like a C on this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as Quince, but yeah, I don't know.
Quince
yeah,
is
C,
F.
D, somewhere there.
Yeah, exactly. C or D.
Yeah, I mean, you can still watch it without wanting to turn it off.
Quince?
Whoa!
No.
Yo, if you watch that movie at all, like I'm walking out.
From 0 to 100 real quick. Imagine, like, that's
God.
Colin's only movie that he remembers from Disney Channel. He's like, yeah, I think there was a movie about some girl and like
and a
all
bunch
these
of
like little
kids.
babies.
She was like, Disney Channel's Get a Clue, bruh.
Get a Clue.
I can't believe
Get
this is a
a Clue.
DCOM. This one does not feel like a DCOM. Actually, this one feels more like a bigger
Myth
production almost. But this
Straight
one,
to S tier.
yeah.
From casting,
Bruh.
to scripting,
S tier.
the
S tier.
production.
storytelling,
Plot,
like the storytelling, the
production,
plot twist,
storytelling.
like the way they involved all the characters.
Yeah,
oh, man.
S tier.
S tier. And shout out to like the
S
Asian
tier.
representation there with Brenda Song and her partner in crime in the movie. This is straight to S tier. No debate needed. Man, remember how Jack was? And Jack was such an interesting lead guy as well. I feel like a lot of they had the interesting character choice in this one. Because like Jack was like, even though he was like played as a cool guy, he didn't like act in the stereotypical cool guy kind of way. He was definitely like nerdy in a large way, and also like very unassuming as well. It was just a cool balance against Lindsay Lohan's character. And then obviously Gabe, dude, I was like having a flashback when I was talking to Mom about how Gabe had this whole bedroom full of VHSs that he's recorded over the years. My gosh, that was crazy. Love that movie. That's watched it many times. Okay, that was 2002, and so now we're going to be jumping forward, I think, by a few years. What's up next? We have You Wish from 2003, January 10th, 2003, so not long after Edith's birthday. This movie, my gosh, what a film. Why did we like this film so much? Because I feel like I don't think people appreciate it as much as we did.
It's that, like, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but it's like the, oh shoot, now I can't remember what the word is that I'm looking for. Hang on a second, let me do a quick search.
Take your time. Because there's just something about it. I think I don't know. Obviously, it's not a big budget, big stars jump in here. It's more just like, it's the perfect casting, the perfect story. Obviously, the book adaptation, which is huge.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that just like works so well. Here's the trailer for the premiere.
Friday, January 10th, Alex Lansing made a wish for his life to be perfect, and he got it. The cheerleader girlfriend, the football hero, the big man on campus.
That hairstyle is a crime.
But now, the trouble is just beginning.
I do have a...
Hey! Wait! There's a lunatic in here who thinks I'm his brother!
I love The camera angles, they're so ridiculous.
You wished on a magic coin, he was your little brother, and we're all in an alternate reality.
Exactly.
There is a semi-non-existent human life at stake here.
Which is me in another dimension.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Ah! The cuts are
A brand
brilliant.
new Disney Channel original movie starring Even Stevens, AJ Tron,
I just want my life back. Just gotta be away.
Lizzie McGuire's Lelaine,
I think you're the kind of major pop star jock, and you think that the whole solar system revolves around you.
and the Santa Claus 2 Spencer Breslin.
Wow, real life is way weirder than show business.
You Wish opens Friday, January 10th at 8/7 Central, only on Disney Channel.
Oh man, what a great film.
So there's really two reasons why we love that movie.
Okay, what is it?
First reason is that the entire
Premise?
plot basis is like the entire premise of the movie is extremely whimsical.
Yes.
So like just the fact that playing with the idea of like different dimensions and hopping through time and swapping places and like all that stuff. It's extremely whimsical. It
Running
wasn't
around
something that
having
was
adventures, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't something that was played with a whole lot, like, a mystery coin, all this stuff. The second thing is that I feel like you kind of pointed out with like the cuts and stuff. The movie plays out very much like a meme before memes existed. And a lot of like meme culture comes from these early like Disney Channel original movie, I feel like, honestly, just because they had such an impact on like the youth of America. And I feel like, kind of where meme culture like got like its big start at. Because like the movie, like, I don't know, there's so many, like, it's not even just memeable moments in the movie. Like, there's moments in the movie that just are memes. Like, someone will say something, and then they'll stop, and they'll just flip back and forth, like, showing the reaction of, like, other characters just being like...
Reacting.
Yeah, like, reacting to stuff. And so, like, there's just, like, lines, like, and, like, also, like, the camera angles, like, the mom being, like, pop-up waffle.
Or
like,
the scene in the mall whenever he's like, like the camera like spins out and goes up. I think that's not a fake memory. There's that one scene when it zooms out and he's like, the mall is huge. The time lapse sequence when he's running through the mall like looking is like, like oh man. But yeah, I think especially with
it's like the movie watches like a meme, and I think that really played into our sense of comedy and humor at the time.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I always wanted to eat the French fries that he has in that film?
Cass, they almost killed one of our favorite characters of all time.
What?
Clog your arteries.
Exactly.
You see how many lines are just implemented into our brain?
I know, right?
Yeah, but I think it's also just like
implemented into our brain.
Some of it was also just like
I have to say though,
using. Yeah. No, go ahead.
I think it's because the story is so strong, because it's a book adaptation, and obviously the book was like was culturally relevant to some extent. People knew about the book, and so I think that's why the story is so strong, that it's strong enough that you could put with the right people. I feel like the people are meshed well, but you have the right people in there with a very strong storyline, and so it just works out well. If you look at movies like Cadet Kelly, obviously, horrible storyline because it's like made for TV movie. Same way with Quince and things like that. Whereas like You Wish was like an actual novel, actual book. So like then adapting it to like the movie, like it just worked out well because the story is so strong. So I think
that's what EJ was saying though.
Exactly. Yeah. It depends on the story.
That's one part of it. It's also just like I feel like there was a little bit of I don't even know how to word it, like traumatic elements that lead to long-standing impact on the viewer.
Okay.
There's an unrelated TV show that I was watching recently, and like one of the parts of the TV show, one of the key parts is that the dad knows this guy he lost his arm in an accident, and so he has a prosthetic arm. And so anytime he wants to teach his kids a lesson, he'll teach them an arbitrary lesson with the punchline being that his friend shows up and loses his arm, and then like blood spews out, and like it just traumatizes the kids. But they remember the lesson that he's teaching them.
What?
It's like a goofy TV show, and so like the guy with the one arm, like he'll have his fake arm ripped off, and there's like fake blood spewing out, and he'll be like, and that's why you always leave a note, or that's why you never leave the fridge open. Like just like really arbitrary lessons, but it always sticks with the kids, but they never remember. So they grow up and they're adults, 40, 50 years old, and they're like, nope, that's why you always leave a note. And then they're like, wait, why do I why do I remember that? Because like they've forgotten the traumatic experience, but the lesson stayed with them. And I kind of think like that's what like in the story that's what happens to the main character, Jay Troth, is that like he loses his little brother, which is an extremely traumatic experience, and so he learns like his lesson, right, and it sticks with him. But I think also like when you're watching it as a viewer, you're kind of experiencing that story with him, and so there's a little bit of that sense of like, oh my gosh, what if I lost one of my siblings, or what if I was that character? You know, what would I do to get them back, or whatever. And so I think there's definitely like a little bit of that kind of plays into it as well, of like having a long-term impact on the viewer and being like, oh yeah, sticks with you for a long time.
But yeah, straight to S tier, no doubt. Banger movie. Good soundtrack as well. There's some good songs in there. Okay, that was 2003. Up next we have... Okay, jumping forward a bit. Now we're going to go to 2006, looks like. So 2006 is our next one. Oh my gosh, those don't even compare, not even remotely close. High School Musical from 2006, January 20th.
If the music from High School Musical hadn't been so good, I really feel like it would have disappeared into nowhere.
Oh yeah.
What? You think?
Hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the music.
But that's what it was, though. It was the music.
Yeah, the music was. You're right. It's the music, the dancing, and everything. Yeah. What? Actually, it's kind of weird, right? Like, what made this film blow up so big?
Especially if you realize that like Zac Efron wasn't even playing his own voice, which I know like wasn't huge at that point, but
yeah, no one really cared that much. But this movie really had such a cultural impact. I remember the first time we watched it, and like after watching it, like I felt like so. It sounds cheesy, but like I just felt like so inspired afterwards. There was something about it that like gave you that sense of like being able to achieve great things, or you know, chase your dreams or whatever. That I think people just felt across the whole generation at the time. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was like definitely like a cultural reset. Is that the phrase we use nowadays? By the way, what the hell? Why is this L crooked? That is so interesting. I've never noticed that.
Wait, I've never seen that. Actually, the H is crooked too. And the S.
I think Benji got a Chinese dupe.
Oh.
I don't think that's the real one, bro.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's wrong. I need to double check that. That's really strange. Yeah. But you're right. Music was so strong, was so solid. Storytelling. I don't know. There was some. It's weird, right? Because like it definitely just follows the same kind of formula as like every other DCOM about living your dreams and breaking free. But there was something different about this one. Probably the music, like you said. Probably the fact that it was a musical. I guess there really weren't many. I guess that's what it was. It was a musical compared to other DCOMs, which were usually just like adventures or still storytelling. And
yeah, but even so, like other musicals that Disney went on to produce after the initial success of High School Musical, they just never did very good. I mean, like Camp Rock has become like infamous with just, like it's a joke on the internet, you know?
Joke, dude.
Like, which I think is hilarious.
Guys, I'm taking a bathroom break. I'll be right back. You guys can keep it going.
I just think it's hilarious because like it's not that the music for Camp Rock was extremely horrible. There's like definitely some bangers from Camp Rock, but the majority of it was just so cheesy. It wasn't even, you know, it was just, yeah, it was gross. But no, I feel like High School Musical's music was solid, like right from the get-go.
Yeah.
It wasn't also, Cass,
from the first song, right? From the first song.
Well, yeah, from the first, like that first moment, you know, whenever they're singing the song. And then there's also like, I feel like it went against the norm of other Disney Channel movies where it wasn't set in the summertime. At least the first one wasn't. It actually it was the end of summer, and then they were going back to school, which was also kind of, you know, a switch up from the normal.
Yeah, it was
switch up from the normal routine.
Usually did. And also, they kind of started the story before the story began, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like just how they meet,
they start the story
you know, and then suddenly, you know, the rest of the storyline plays out where they're at school and everything.
Yeah, no, there's that, and then like also like the budget wasn't even. I mean, I don't know specific numbers, but like if you look at the production quality, it's not like the first High School Musical was favored over any other Disney Channel original movie. It was pretty much the same basic kind of filming, the same basic editing, all that stuff. It wasn't until it got popular, and then High School Musical 2 definitely had some upgraded budgeting, but and High School 3, High School Musical 3 obviously was ginormous, but the first one was just very on standard for Disney in terms of budgeting and in terms of like how the movie looked and felt. Like it wasn't like there was a whole bunch of money put into it, and it was like, this one's got to be a success.
Exactly.
It's strange because I actually have a memory like the first day we watched High School Musical. I remember it was like a late afternoon. The sun was still up. We all went outside to like play after we watched the movie, and it's weird because like if you look back, we had no idea like how big of a sensation it was actually going to create. Right? You watch this movie on Disney Channel, which like you've done a million times before, and then like over the next like several weeks and months, you're like, oh wait, like this is fucking huge actually, and it exploded so much. Okay, now we go from High School Musical, the cultural reset, to cowbells. Yo, EJ.
Watched this less than 2 weeks ago.
No, get the fuck out. Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume so.
How did you make it through the movie? Dude, look at from spoiled rotten to cream of the crop. What about that? Also, dude, I'm sorry. Me and Cass were like looking at this before the stream like a few days ago. Look at that front cover. Does that look familiar at all?
Looks like beauty.
Well, you know who they inspired? Okay, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
I mean, Allie and AJ, they walked so that Beyonce could run. I'm just.
What was? Hang on.
Dude,
so I was on Spotify, and obviously, like, there's a few classic Disney songs.
You kind of go back to?
There's like a couple. Yeah, there's a couple classic Disney songs that I go back to. I really love. Selena Gomez and the Scenes music always has a special place in my heart.
Oh yeah,
I know, right?
Hands down.
There's a couple of. There's like a I wouldn't even say a handful. Like literally a couple of Demi's early music that I go back and listen to sometimes.
Oh yeah. Although it's kind of painful to listen to her early stuff. Like it's good, but it's kind of painful to me to go back and listen to it, like knowing the context of what's going on and everything.
Yeah. Do you want to know a funny story real quick about Selena Gomez and the Scene?
Yeah, I'll put a pin on EJ's. I want to hear what EJ's going to say, but go ahead, Cass.
We were listening to it one day when we were driving somewhere. We had our windows down, and we pull up to a stop sign, and the people next to us are listening to the exact same Selena Gomez and the Scene song.
Get out! Are you joking?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. And we were like, "What is happening?"
What are the odds, bro? What song was it?
Yeah, literally. I don't even know now, but it was one of them.
It was from Selena Gomez and the Scene,
Shoot.
not her solo career. It was from the.
I think it was with the Scene.
Dude, holy shit, that's insane.
Yeah, and then we like pull up, and they're listening to it too.
Did you guys make eye contact? Because that would have been like ultimate reality
I was just
type
like,
shit.
oh, I don't know, like what is going on?
That is weird.
That is freaking weird, dude.
Me and Colin were like,
this is like
I was Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's like this is like not even the same thing because it's a big chance of happening. But there was one time I was like out on a date and we were walking in the street and we started singing Dance Monkey. Like we started like singing that, and then right as we were like singing that, a car drives by on this road right beside us, right on the same part of the song that we were on as well. So as we're singing it, like they pull up next to us and like the song and us like we went like perfect harmony with like what the song the Kel was playing and the part that we were singing the song. And it was kind of like we looked at each other we're like. Did this just happen? That's so weird. What were you saying, Jaye, though?
Whenever you said Dance Monkey, I'm sorry, I was thinking of something totally different.
No, that sounds like
I thought you were talking about. Yeah, no, exactly. I thought you were talking about. There's a joke in New Girl.
Okay.
His I can't remember if it's Russian. I think it's Russian. There's a Russian advertisement for cookies.
Okay.
And like the mascot for the cookie company is a monkey, and like that's his song. It's like they're like dance monkey.
What?
And it looks like main character. So
wow.
Yeah. No, so
EJ,
sorry,
you
my
watched.
mind went a different place.
You watched this most recently. Is it a D or an E?
The movie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it an E.
Thank
you. It was weird.
I thought so. It's a weird
so many weird
film.
things about it.
It really is. And yeah,
no, but Ali and
AJ's
AJ's potential breakup song came on in the middle of like a playlist the other day. That was like it was modern music that was playing. I guess it was just because I listened to a couple Selena songs and like one or two Demi songs. So they were like,
"How about this?"
You obviously want to listen to this, and I was like, no. I was like, I'd forgotten that even existed. Even having watched that movie semi-recently, I was like, I forgot that song even existed.
Bruh, that song is intense. I should go back and listen to it. I wonder if it stands up in terms of like production and sound design and stuff like that.
My potential breakup
song. That hook is like such an earworm. It really does kind of get stuck in your head.
I didn't even listen to the song. I skipped it immediately. I was like,
Did you really?
Hands down. Why would you listen to it? Why would you listen to it?
It's got a little bit of resurgence recently, I think.
I used to listen to those songs, like when Nate had his old pink iPod.
Nate,
I don't know if it was Nate or not.
Rodrigo. Okay, yes, it is Rodrigo, not Rodriguez.
No, Nate had a pink iPod too, I thought.
Really?
I am in love with Olivia
well,
Rodrigo
whatever. When I used to listen to it,
everyone is.
Yeah, I would always skip the Ali and AJ song. I'm so sorry, but I would always.
We jump forward a few years to 2006. Read It and Weep.
I didn't know that she was so that her music was so culturally relevant.
Dude, yes, dude. Are you kidding? Like she gets
blew up.
She gets like acclaimed for like the stuff that she does. People really love her.
Her music's so good. Not even like in a Sabrina Carpenter, I have to pretend to like this kind of way.
That's savage but true. Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. Was it Sabrina's first or second album? That was hang on.
Her second album sucked. I
can't remember which one it was.
No offense. She's standing on like it has like Paris and songs like that on it. Oh, I hate that album. I cannot stand it. I'm so sorry.
Let's see. Her first one was Can't Let a Girl Full Trying, was an EP. Eyes Wide Open. Singular Act 2. Singular Act 1.
Oh no, there we go. Singular and
Evolution.
Singular Act 2. Sucked.
Okay, no. Evolution from 2016. It looks like it was her third album. No, that was an absolute banger. I love every single song.
Yeah, Evolution was I love every single song for that album. I would listen to them on repeat. Off of Evolution, on repeat.
Out of her new album, I can only listen to Nonsense. It's the only good song.
You don't like any of the other ones?
Nah.
Man, I played Benji
and it's hard to listen to
Tornado
Nonsense too. It's so cheesy.
And ones like that.
It's honestly so cheesy.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to Nonsense. But
so have you?
Anyways,
this is a completely different topic, so never mind.
We should do it. Yeah, we need to do a ranking. I think we'll do an album ranking next time.
Never mind.
No.
Read It and Weep is
Read
It and Weep is like a banger. I know I'm very, very biased in this film. I was actually like really anti the film.
Did you put that on top tier?
Oh, immediately. I mean, I won't accept anything less than S for that movie cast. I'm sorry. I don't even know like why I love it so much. It's weird, right? Because like I think it's the same with You Wish. It's the exact same as You Wish. How like a bunch of like C or B tier actors in the movie that won't even like famous or that relevant, but like the story is so strong that somehow it works. It's not even that like the quality wise is not that good, but for some reason. Yeah, I love that movie. The soundtrack is immaculate. So many great songs in that movie. I was like, even like last week, I was listening to Monkey in the Middle by the Merrymakers. It's on Spotify. I just listened to it like 3 or 4 times on repeat. It's such a good song.
Did you really?
Listen, I wasn't even gonna say it because
go ahead.
It's not even like it's not even a valid thing. But like honestly, like part of the reason that we like You Wish. Well, partially, and then also part of the reason that we liked Read It and Weep was just because like they were like in some form they were a commentary on mental illness, seeing things other people can't see, hearing things other people can't hear, experiencing things that nobody else experiences. Like in some small way, it was a cultural commentary on mental illness, which for kids who had never been exposed to the kind of vocabulary
of mental illness, I
don't know. I feel like we were exposed to the concept of mental illness. I don't feel like we were exposed to the vocabulary that's needed to discuss mental illness effectively.
Gotcha.
And not being able to verbalize things. And I feel like these movies gave us a real life representation of what it's like for someone else to kind of go through. I don't want to say similar things to what we're experiencing, but just things that other people don't understand, which for autistic people is, you know, a huge breakthrough.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. It's a good point, not a bad point as well.
That's super interesting. That's a good way to look at it.
We could definitely go deeper on that one. So that's 2006. Up next is going to be 2007. Oh boy, we got like 3 films in 2007. High School Musical 2, Johnny Capahala, and Jump In. Jump In was from January 12th. Jump In, Corbin Bleu and Keke Palmer. This is kind of an odd movie because it was good, but it wasn't great.
There was a clip from this that went viral on Instagram recently.
No kidding. Which scene? Which one?
What was it?
It's Jordan having a fight with his dad, and he's like, I just feel like you're never even there for us. You just want your own life. And he's like, are you even going to be around? And the dad's like, fine, son. I'm going to go get some milk.
No, what? Is that for real? Does he literally say that?
He literally said that.
I didn't know that, dude. What the hell? That joke went so over our heads at the point. Oh my gosh, they knew what they were doing.
Oh my god.
Babe, did you watch the meme that I sent you on?
I didn't get to watch it because I was at work, so I opened it up and then I didn't get to watch it because I was at work.
No, a long time ago. It was from Princess Diaries when Lily's like, whenever he's like, yeah, my dad. She's like, I don't know. After my dad died, I just felt like nothing's been the same. And Lily's like, wait, wasn't that like 2 months ago? Aren't you over that?
Dude, I said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cracked it so hard at that.
Oh gosh, damn.
Wildin'.
I showed
so
Colin. I
funny.
said, did anybody ever tell you this?
Probably
He's
so.
like, no.
Jump In's a weird one for me. I mean, it was a good movie, but not a great movie, and it had
Who
everything
were
that.
the script
but it was-
writers for all of these films?
Yeah, for real, right? I'm gonna put that in the
Wait,
B
who were the
tier.
script writers?
What do you guys think? B is fair?
Yeah, B is fair.
Because
I don't know. They had some pretty sick. Like, I always wanted to jump rope like them.
Oh yeah,
Like, it
no
always looked
doubt.
super sick. Like, literally, I was like, skill.
It's weird, guys, because like it had a
The
pretty good
double dutch
cast. Like
scenes
I
were
mean,
so
Keke Palmer and Corbin
nice.
Bleu, like great cast. You know, even like the
Yeah.
little sister and the dad, and like they had cool stuff
Yeah.
like, with the jump roping. But you know, obviously Disney Channel like during this time they were always looking for that next big thing, like jump roping or then the dirt boards and Johnny Capahala. So it had all the things you need to make a great movie, but just it didn't exactly hit right. Like it didn't stand out that much.
It's because, no offense, but it's because of Corbin Bleu. Like, Corbin Bleu as an actor could only act one way in all of his films.
But isn't that what we said before though about how they took their real personalities and just tried to make that?
Yeah, they took their real
everything?
personalities and tried to make it their characters. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not a bad film, but it's not a great
So
one.
what came out next? Was it Camp Rock or
No,
was
Johnny
it...
Capahala was next. We had Johnny Capahala. Johnny
Okay.
Capahala 2007. This movie was disappointment.
Gosh, yeah.
It was weird.
It was weird is what it was. It was weird to kind of go like to because
It
1999
didn't make any sense.
2001 it was 1999 from 1999 to 2007 such a long time had passed. It was like a cool idea, but like the execution was like so weird.
Here's the thing. Unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
You could watch Johnny Capahala Back on Board.
Uh-huh.
And then follow it up with, or maybe even swap them. Watch Buffalo Dreams, follow it up with Johnny Capahala Back on Board. They seem like they're more of the same series than the original Johnny Capahala.
That's gotta be racist.
That is
No,
so
like the whole
racist.
like the whole like
So
Death
racist.
Bowl, like with that weird sport that I feel like Disney created just for
Yeah,
that movie.
it's
Right?
like,
No one ever
literally.
talked about those
It
about
was
these sports
so
again.
weird.
No one ever
It
talked
was
about
so
like
weird.
And even the
Death
casting is
boarding
so
in the Death
strange. They
Bowl
threw
or whatever.
Max from Wizards in there, and they had that random blonde girl, and then obviously Johnny, reprised his role. But like, I don't know, it did not have any of the same
I think
elements.
they
as
changed the
original one.
dad too.
No, the dad was the same. They had the same dad.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Are you
being
sure?
different?
Are you sure?
You guys gaslighting me right now? I don't think so.
Dirt boarding is what it's called.
Yeah, dirt boarding. It's just I don't know. That was just a weird movie. Like it did not like the original was like so
It's
inclusive.
a well-established, if little-known action sport.
But again, I think that was like I think that's I would say that's a C tier because it's kind of like with Cadet Kelly where it's like you can watch it one time and not die, but like it's not really like you wouldn't want to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, you don't want to go back and watch it again. No.
Yeah. What do you think?
There was
EJ?
just there was there was no reason for them to go from ocean to snowy mountains.
It doesn't. You're right. Like it didn't make sense, right? Because in
To
the original, there was
dirt
a
plains,
reason. Because
like-
they're from Hawaii, so
Yeah.
surfing obviously, and then they moved, so obviously snowboarding makes sense. So why would
Yeah.
you need to like
so what
film
does
this
dirt
random
boarding
dude?
have
what
to
I'm-
do with anything?
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Wasn't really
It
cohesive.
being similar with Buffalo Dreams of like Buffalo Dreams just being a grab of like, hey, no, we've got representation. And it was like, no, that's not representation.
We,
It's like,
hey, don't worry, we have representation at home. The representation at home.
representation at home. Yeah.
Yeah, disappointment. Truly a disappointment. Too bad. Cool idea, but like no bad execution. High School Musical 2. This is, but again, this is also a kind of a. This is also felt like a weird follow up as well. I mean, it was a good movie. We've watched it so many
Did
times,
it?
but it also had weird vibes.
Unpopular opinion, I actually like High School Musical 2 more than High School Musical.
High School Musical 1. Same.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, what? For real?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
No kidding.
Mhm.
The vibes are so much better.
It
Yeah,
felt
but
so
that's it. The vibes
strange,
were better.
though, to me. I think it was kind of felt strange because they knew how famous they were, and so it kind of took away the magic of the first one, where it was like a bunch of like loser kids that wanted to make it big.
I like the second one because we recognized for one of the first times that the strong, like male, handsome lead couldn't do just whatever he wanted
That's a
and
good
still
point.
get the girl. Like
Yeah.
he had to have growth. He had to have
Exactly.
character development.
That's
we
true.
recognized Gabriella as being
An
a person
individual
and
person.
not just a
Yeah.
hot face and a body. You
That
know,
was
we
there
could
for
put
the
in a
lead character.
swimsuit.
She had her own life. She was
Yeah,
living.
she had her own
own
character
story.
development.
Yeah.
Also brought us the
She also
best
rode a
song
bike in a
ever,
mini
Gotta Go
skirt,
My Own
which I
Way.
mean,
that was the
you know
third one.
how-
Was that the third one?
was that the third
That's the
one?
third one. She's riding the bike in the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one. Do you guys?
But
did
still,
you,
a great
this is-
moment for female power.
This definitely was. This like this is
Have I ever
clearly a
sent you
decom
guys
though.
the
Yeah.
the girl that goes in depth on TikTok about how whenever Troy and Gabriella are fighting, she
Mm-hmm.
wears pants, and when they're not fighting, she wears dresses and skirts in the film.
What does it mean? What does she say it means?
Easy access.
Oh my gosh. You've got to be joking. What the hell are you watching,
Dude,
bro?
She like seriously went in depth on this. I don't know, it was months ago. But like it stuck with me and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me?
It's still
Seriously?
no argument though. It's a classic film. Have rewatched it countless times. The music's so much fun to
The
listen
songs
to.
are I love the music better from that one as well.
By the
like,
way,
not that I
also
don't
guys,
love the first
every
music,
time I
but-
go to Soulland here in Seoul for like music festivals, without fail, they have been playing. They play I Don't Dance every single time I've gone to Soulland. They're always playing that song when I
Wow.
go there.
Wow.
Yeah, I won't dance. Yeah, make me.
Well,
They
this
always
is the
play
thing
it on
though.
loud speakers. I'm not sure why.
Everybody, there were so many like, it wasn't just group songs that were good in this film. There were so many standalones that you can listen to now and still have fun listening to them. Bet on It, Gotta Go My Own Way.
Gotta go my own way. So
You
good.
know,
That's technically a duet
literally.
though, because Zach doesn't come in on the bridge. So are you guys saying S tier or A tier on this one?
For me, that's an S tier movie. I think
Yeah,
that
it's S tier.
classic. I can go back and watch it.
Mhm.
Makes me feel good. I listen to the music from that one still. I don't listen to the music
Yeah.
from the original.
From the
High School
first
Musical.
one.
I know that's probably just
Mhm.
because I listened to it too much.
I just put it on my wake up
Quite
playlist actually.
possibly.
What I've been looking for. That was on my wake up playlist like 2 days ago actually.
Was
That's
it?
all for 2007. So next we have 2008. Almost done with the list. We have two more. We have two
That
from
was so
2008.
long
We have
ago.
January
So
25th.
long ago.
Minutemen. This was
Oh,
this is like standard decom fare. Random actors, random story. Yeah, just a random.
It's not as bad as Catching Pete.
Not
but
nowhere near as bad.
Oh, definitely.
Nowhere
Nowhere
near
near
as
as bad as that.
This one like had a again, like you said about the concept, it had an interesting story they were telling, an interesting story. Execution wasn't perfect, obviously. It felt like, obviously it's just a decom, so didn't go in depth. There was definitely flaws in the story, but it was an interesting story and an interesting cast. It's been so long, so if I watched it again, I'd probably be very disappointed in it. But I just remember at the time watching it, I was like,
There are
this is gonna
some
be
funny
cool.
lines.
Okay.
There are
Nick
some
Braun was
funny lines in
handsome.
that film.
Nick Braun was handsome as hell.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel this one? Another B tier?
I want to say B. for it.
I haven't watched it in so long. I'll give it a B tier.
Yeah, if we
I
watched it, it'd
I
probably
don't
be C.
feel like it would be a B. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think so
Yeah,
too.
it might be C if we watch it.
We'll give it the nostalgia.
Because it's one of those
bonus
ones that
there.
is super cheesy. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
ones that's so cheesy you can't really deal with it. But
Yeah, you can't take it seriously at least. Another one
Like,
from
you
that
can't-
year
well,
as
yeah, you
well. We
can't take
have
it
the
seriously.
movie Camp Rock, and so Disney is back to try again
gosh.
to make a smash banger film, try to make a cultural
No.
reset. This one was
No.
definitely a cultural impact. I don't know about a cultural reset though. It inspired so many people. But you watch it, you're like, why? Why did this inspire us?
Such a great movie.
If you watch High School Musical, it makes sense. But if you watch Camp Rock, you're kind of like, what did I see in this film?
None of it makes sense.
What did I see in this
None of
movie?
it
You're like,
makes
why was it so cool at the time? And no disrespect, I mean, obviously these actors and performers, like they all went on to have massively successful careers. Even to right now, they're still, doing their thing.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I don't know, like this movie is so strange in terms of like why did it hit so hard? Like it shouldn't have. The script is.
I'm sure you guys have all seen the TikToks that says, "Bro, why did this scene hit so hard?" And it's I'm not even gonna pretend to remember her name. The side character with
Dude,
the orange
I know.
hair.
She's
And he's like,
gonna say it. Cass, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it. Dude, me and Cass literally talked about that a few days ago.
We were talking about that the other day.
Me and Cass
Oh
literally
my
talked about that the other day. Dude, at the
Oh
time,
my
it was like
God.
so cool how she was like the producer, but if you listen to it now, it's like, that sounds so fucking bad. What the hell was wrong with us?
we never knew how music was created.
I don't know, dude. Like, even at the time, like, why would someone, how do they pass that off, man? But it's so,
Well,
Bro.
that's the thing, though, about the
it's
whole
nice that it
film.
was a shared experience, not just amongst us, but obviously amongst other people as well,
Yeah,
which
Exactly.
is nice.
So, I don't know, but it's weird because like that was such a big thing for that generation, and it doesn't stand the test of time. I don't feel like even the songs. There's only a select few songs on it that are actually good, and they're really just like.
Can you listen to any of the songs though?
I don't, but like
Go back.
Gotta Find You is a
What
good
is
song. I love
Demi-
Gotta Find You,
No.
and then
Yeah.
So,
Demi has
go
that
back.
one song in it.
oh, that's
Go
true.
back, listen to "Gotta Find You."
Gotta Find You is a good one. That's a banger.
Listen to
Here's all the songs right here, Jay. Here's all
ending
the songs right
credit
here.
song.
Here it is right here. Who
Yeah,
will
listen
I
to the
be?
ending credit
Oh, This Is
song,
Me. That's another banger as
Our
well.
Time.
Yeah, This Is Me is a
great.
banger.
Go back
I did
and
used to
listen to
listen
the
to that a
ending
lot.
credit song.
Okay.
Our Time. Our Time is now.
Yeah,
This Is
Our
Me
Time
is
is
great.
here.
Our Time is here. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
an
How am I?
incredible song.
Play My Music. I'm sorry. Like that's like I still rock out to Play My Music. I don't know what it is about that song, but I do jam out to that song.
You
Yeah.
do to play my
Basically-
music?
I play it like regularly, Cass. Like it's on my regular play. I'll listen to it
Okay.
like actively. I'm not sure why,
Yeah.
but I love the
Basically,
one.
Beth, you listen to this music to hear Demi's voice.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
That's
like
yeah, that's
Demi's
all you
era,
listen to
Demi.
it for.
when her voice
That's
is
all
still
you listen
It's
to it
all
for.
for
Oh my
Demi.
goodness.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Who will I be?
That's why This Is Me is amazing. Like This Is Me is
Gotta
an
Find
amazing
You. Play My
shower
Music.
song.
Yeah, there's some good songs, I guess, on here.
Blasted in the shower.
No, you
But-
seriously need to go back and listen to Our Time is Here. It's
Our
such a
Time
great
is
song.
Here? Okay.
Yeah, because so the thing is that it didn't show up in the movie. It was only on the
It was a
ending credits,
bonus song.
and-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it
even know
was
what
a
it
bonus
sounds
song,
like.
right?
So you don't. No,
Mhm.
I know. You gotta hear it though. It's
Really?
It's incredible. Yep.
That
It's
is
it's
so
one of my
interesting.
favorite songs just in general. Not even like just from this movie. Like just in general, it's one of my favorite songs.
Well, Demi definitely carried that film. Like,
Okay.
I mean, because of
Wow.
Demi, that's movie is what it is.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
feeling,
Demi
I'm
carried
feeling
the
an A
film.
tier. What do you guys think?
A.
Yeah, we'll go with A on that one.
It,
Then.
it's not S. It's not S tier.
It's
I'm
not S
sorry.
tier. It's not. It does not stand
I'm
up at
sorry,
all.
it's
The
not
sound
S
like
tier.
this. Like,
To
good
be perfectly
elements,
honest, the movie is barely A tier.
Oh, dude, right? No, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, we got 5 left. Okay,
Even
here we
the
go.
dancing, whenever Joe's like breakdancing and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Okay.
Dude, everyone thought they were hot shit in that movie, and they were just shit, not hot shit. It was just
Oh gosh.
Princess
It
Protection
was better than
Program.
Camp Rock 2 though. That was awful.
Princess Protection Program. This was kind of an odd one. Obviously, just wanted to get the two besties and main stars of the time to get in a project together and made this one. It's weird because like that's literally all it was. It was just a chance for them to be together and to
To be together.
show their
yeah.
success.
It's still a good movie though. It wasn't awful. It was just a fun film.
I to be honest, guys,
You
I
done with this
barely
thing?
remember it. I barely remember anything about this film.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
It's a
fun.
great movie.
Is
It's a
it?
great movie.
I love it,
because-
actually.
So the reason
Yeah.
it's great is because Selena is so easily believable as the girl next door
Okay.
that like it's seamless. And also like Demi doesn't work as an airhead, but she does work as, you know, this beautiful princess, you know, who has a super strong mom. And like I don't know, also the dad, the guy that plays Selena's dad, also he's a very strong fatherly figure. Yeah, no, there's a lot of reasons why it works. There's like the cool guy that like Demi's right hand man. Like he's also
he's
strong
awesome.
lead.
He's awesome.
Yeah, the bad guy was convincing. Yeah.
I legit
I think that's what it was. Everybody was
anything
convincing
about
as their characters in this film.
Yeah, no, you need to watch it again. It's another one of those movies where like they tried hard for representation that felt. Yeah, I don't want to say it felt authentic, but it felt like
honorable, maybe.
They at least got all of the same race of people to play the race of people that they were trying to represent. Whether or not it was the right race, I don't know. But like, it's not just they got a bunch of brown people and were like, "Yeah, you guys are all the same race, right? Okay, let's put you in here," like they did with movies, you know, in times previous.
All right, following that one, we come up with Starstruck. Starstruck
Oh,
from 2010.
gosh. Bro, I gotta be honest about this film.
Yeah.
I really want to make it S tier for some reason, and I don't know why.
Really? That's a hot
It's
take.
dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But like watching it with you guys
These guys
and
were
then watching
$75?
it again with the little brothers
Uh-huh.
is what makes it S tier. Because it's two
Why?
different generations that can laugh and crack up at this movie like at two different times. I don't know. I just really loved it. Like for nostalgia reasons.
It's another strange one. Like
It's a sucky movie. It's not that great at all. There's not a strong storyline. There's not strong character arcs. There's not strong characters. There's really nothing good about it.
On music alone,
But,
this
like-
movie disqualified itself. I'm sorry, Cass.
Really? Because
Oh,
actually
yeah,
the soundtrack.
definitely. Then-
Really?
Can I tell you what song I actually sing sometimes though? It gets stuck in my head. Hero.
Which one?
Hero
Dude,
does get stuck in my
that's
head.
a banger. Like Hero is
Hero
amazing.
does. I will admit, I actually learned to play Hero on guitar whenever I first started learning guitar. Because
Well, it's
I
such a
actually
good
loved it so much.
song. Yeah, but it's because it's the guy
Something
who wrote it,
about
Drew
the
Ryan
sunshine
Scott,
gets
because
stuck in
Drew
my
Ryan
head,
Scott
too.
did the music for it, which is why there's some standout songs on here.
What about
Wait.
something about the sunshine? How do you feel about that one?
I remember it's been so long I had to listen to it again, but I remember it being a low key bop. Yeah, it's like catchy.
None of the lyrics make any sense except for that lyric.
Oh, What You Mean
None
to
of
Me is
the
another
lyrics
good one as
make
well. I love Drew Ryan Scott's amazing. He's just a great songwriter. So like the stuff that
Yeah.
he did, Hero,
Hero
What You
was
Mean
just
to
great.
Me.
I just love Hero.
Yeah.
Starstruck, literally, I
Man,
don't
New
even know why
Boyfriend. That was such
I
a
don't even know.
such a diss. That was wild. That
Oh
song.
my gosh, is that when they're like singing?
Remember like
in
there's
the-
like that flute or whatever they use in it. It's such
Yeah.
a weird
Oh my
song.
gosh, no! Please
Such
no.
a weird song.
Please no.
But yeah, I again barely remember this movie. It was a strange one. It was
The only reason I would make it like S tier on my level is just because you can watch it with different generations and still have the same effect on everyone, which is you crack up laughing at everything and make jokes about it during the film.
okay. It's like you.
Which, in my
watching it
opinion, is
ironically.
a fun film to watch. Yeah, like ironically.
We got to get a vote for this one. I'm feeling a B or a C. Cass, you
Yeah,
said-
it's either C or B.
What do you think,
Either
Jay?
C or B. Like
I'm
anything
gonna
on
give it a
personal
C at the
stuff.
very highest.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going with a C
Yeah.
on that one. It's kind of a.
It's so funny though, guys. If you just watch it, like
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I
you
could.
watch
Like
it
I
to
said.
laugh. It's hilarious.
All right, I'll have to do that when I go back and see you guys again.
hilarious.
Money,
bro.
but Cass, like for the Disney Channel movies to work, they have to know that they're being goofy. The ones that take themselves seriously
Yeah,
are the
the
ones
ones
that are
that are
impossible to
serious.
watch.
They're unbearable.
Exactly. That's true. That's not untrue. He's just like such a like. He thought so highly.
I'm
of
gonna be
himself
back in a
that
minute.
film, and he's like not at
Oh
all.
yeah, exactly right. Camp Rock 2, the final jam.
Gosh, no. Can I
So
give it
here's
an
a movie
F?
that's unbearable.
Can I give it an F, please? Please.
So this movie is unbearable for that same reason, because the Jonas Brothers they thought there was hot stuff.
Yeah.
The other actors and actresses they
Yeah.
got for this movie, because the first one had been a mild success, again, they were like, yeah, we're cool. And everybody was taking themselves so seriously. You can't even watch it as a joke. It's just awkward. I don't even know who is the Who is like the arch nemesis in the movie? The dude.
Get ready for the musical
Was it a guy?
Man, Demi's voice is so amazing.
They're back for
Demi's voice is
another
just beautiful.
So beautiful.
Rockin' Summer.
I love Demi's voice.
The Disney Channel original movie.
This movie, it's so sad because this movie
Okay,
definitely felt
this
like
song-
it had like derivative syndrome. It always felt like it was like trying to copy or live up to High School Musical, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Camp Rock
Can I
2,
say
the
something real fast
Good.
though? This movie gets an F just because of the scene when they're literally clapping their hands and then clapping under their knee and saying we won't back down. That's why this movie gets an F. It is the hardest thing to watch.
This is gonna be the best summer ever.
History.
Was that yeah,
Ben,
good?
you need to look up the scene from Camp Rock 2 when they are advancing. It's the dance-off scene where they're approaching the other camp and they're coming down the hill.
and
Yes.
they're- and
Yeah.
they're saying we can't back down or whatever, and they're clapping their hands and then like doing
we
some knee
can't
dance.
back
Oh my
down.
gosh.
But Camp Rock has
Ultimate
new
power.
competition.
What is up with that?
It's so obvious this guy's just doing this to take down Camp Rock.
And the battle is heating up.
Camp Rock versus Camp Star, the final jam. What do you guys think about that?
Wait. Oh my gosh. Debbie Ryan was the other girl in this?
No, she wasn't.
Star, the final jam.
It just
What do you guys
looks
think
like
about
her, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't.
Was it?
Yeah.
V, you're on.
Look, Camp Wars. Only one will
And
survive.
Tess, her name was Tess, okay?
Tess.
Stop talking
Yeah,
about
sorry,
Tess
you're
like
right.
you don't know.
Tess.
Icon.
Tess.
We are done.
The bracelet, like, I don't know why in the first Camp Rock, but
Uh-huh.
that whole bracelet scene, whenever Tess sets up the bracelet and then Demi gets in trouble for it, made me so mad every time I watched it. I, like, felt so sorry for Demi.
To risk
Like,
it
I know that
all.
was the
This
whole
is
point
me
of the movie,
trying to
but,
save
like,
something that I care about.
So am I.
Really, and how's that working out for you?
Demi
That felt
Lovato,
personal.
Joe,
That felt
Kevin,
personal.
And Nick Jonas with Allison Stoner, Megan Martin, and introducing Chloe Bridges and Matthew M. Finley.
Two people who we never heard of again after this movie.
This summer,
Is his name Matthew M. Dot?
It was his nickname.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Camp Rock is gonna blow you guys away.
and step it up for the ultimate musical showdown. Camp Rock 2, the final jam. The Disney Channel original musical event premieres.
Guys, this video, the most replayed is the very ending. That's like the most replayed part is the ending of the video. It's like everyone's skipping straight to the end. No one even wants to watch it. That is, yeah, I barely remember that movie at all. I'm rewatched it.
I'm gonna be honest, I
whole
don't
lot.
either. The first one I do, but not that one.
The
We
Jonas
watched it
Brothers were at a
many
hard
times.
point at that in their career.
It's kind of
because
late in their career,
Kevin
wasn't it?
was, yeah, Kevin was growing up. Nick was way too full of himself, and Joe was struggling as the middle child, as most middle childs do.
Why are you making it B, Benji? What are you doing?
What would you guys rank it
Oh,
as?
Benji outed it. Benji outed himself.
Ah! I feel like
Benji tries to turn his camera, but we see a Matthew M. Dot. Comes from them,
Oh boy, M. Dot, he's hanging out with
Waiting
me.
behind.
Put some
He's
respect
just
in that
hanging out. He
name.
had like the cardboard cutout of Matthew M. Dot.
Let me look
Matthew
at
M.
the.
Dot
Let me
cardboard
check the.
cutout.
You know what, real quick on this one. Camp Rock OST, Camp Rock 2 OST. So, soundtrack. Okay. Brand New Day, Fire, Can't Back Down, It's On, Wouldn't Change a Thing, Heart and Soul, You're My Favorite Song, Introducing Me, Tear It Down, What We Came Here
Oh,
For,
Wouldn't
So
Change
Song.
a Thing is actually.
See, I think that's the reason cast for me is because there's two songs in here that I still love to this day. Wouldn't Change a Thing
Introducing Me
and
and
Introducing
Wouldn't
Me.
Change a Thing.
Very good. You already
Introducing Me
know.
and Wouldn't Change a
And
Thing.
so just
Yeah.
for those two songs, like those two songs are amazing in my opinion. I love those
They're
songs.
not, but they're not B tier songs.
What about Heart and
like
Soul?
not to make.
I
What?
don't even know how that one
What
sounds.
about Heart and Soul? Remember when Nick meets the girl from the
Yeah.
girl from the other
Chloe
camp,
Bridges.
and they have like that weird little scene like with the river flowing.
But that's
There's, like, a
Introducing
little
Me.
Yeah, that's
screen.
Introducing Me. That's Introducing Me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's Introducing
I
Me.
thought that was a song. I thought that was Heart and Soul for some reason.
Nope, no. That was Heart and Soul was like
No,
their
that's
the
Introducing
Joe
Me.
Bros song. But introducing me was like, that's a fun. It's also a weird scene because, like you said, like he's so full of himself. Like, why is he talking all about himself in the song?
Full of himself.
It's really
You're right.
strange.
Something about cheese, except when it smells like feet.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, that line.
Nick is. I'm not even gonna say he was. He is. He's such an awkward person.
I never trust a doctor. Watch my weight. Oh man, that song. There's so many strange lines in it. I was gonna put it in B cast just because like we did watch it like so many times.
We did watch it a lot, but can you remember any of it? Because I can't remember any of it right
Not
now.
really.
Except that one scene.
And so it felt kind of like Jump In or Minutemen, where like it had the makings to be a good film, but it just like wasn't. But I'm okay with B or C. I don't care. Either one is okay with me.
Okay.
What do you say, Cass?
Clearly, you want to make it S, bro. It's okay. Like we.
Thank you. Can we please M dot my boy M dot?
I'll say C.
C. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not mad about
gonna
that.
say C too.
Not mad about that at all. Okay, we have two more to do. Two more, and they're both kind of mixed, interesting ones. Avalon High from 2011. At this school,
Bro, this one
legend
I really
lives
want
on.
an A. Oh, I really want to make this an A.
What was it about this? This is one of those movies where like there was no reason for it to be good, but for some reason it was actually good.
No reason at all. It was the mysticalness, like the immersiveness. Like you felt immersed into the storyline because of the way that it played out.
It was, you know what was so strange about this movie, and EJ is definitely gonna remember this, and I talked to you about it recently, Cass, is the way that the main actor transitioned from being a foreign Disney Channel star to being an American star. That was so interesting to see him do that, because he was like on the what is it called? Plates Around the World or whatever. Eat It Up. What was that? I can't remember what that short thing was called. Pass the Plate. Pass the Plate.
Oh, hold on. Pass the Plate.
Pass the Plate. Yeah, because he was on Pass the Plate, which is kind of how he got introduced to like American audiences, and then after that, obviously transitioned to doing some guest roles on TV shows, like on Wizards, and eventually got this project as well. Avalon High. Here we go. Let's play the trailer.
Gosh, it was
Disney Channel presents its newest original movie, Avalon High.
This one, even though it's 10 years old, or more than 10, it has a feel of like the late 2010s DCOMs, like 2017, 2018.
I know, right? When is it from, though?
It's from 2011. Or 2010.
Yeah, see, it doesn't
2010,
feel like
November
that.
2010.
I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like
It feels like Descendants or something like that.
For Allie Pennington, being the new girl was getting old.
I'm Will.
I'm new. I mean, my name's not new, it's Allie.
But there's something different about this school.
A lot of
Oh man, it's so cheesy. The cuts like that.
King Arthur
cheesy,
will
right?
one day be reincarnated. You mean bring back Camelot?
To fulfill the prophecy,
The return of King Arthur is happening now.
they must unite,
Our destiny is to change the world.
or the legend will be lost forever.
Watching this trailer is making me doubt my original statement.
it kind of is, right?
Avalon High, the Disney Channel original movie, premieres Friday, November 12th at 8, 7 Central,
There's
only
a lot
on
of
Disney
pretty
Channel.
scenes. Like I remember pretty scenes involving like big trees in the forest and stuff, and just
Yeah.
like aesthetically, sometimes it was super pretty.
Exactly. Yeah, aesthetically.
It was aesthetically pretty. Yeah.
It was so different, I think, than any other Disney Channel movie that it was kind of interesting to see them do something different like this.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
I do not remember half the things that happen in this.
Same. Completely
I do
same.
not remember. I do know that she actually there's that one bad teacher or whatever, like villain teacher that almost stabs her, right?
I
Like
think
literally
so.
almost stabs her with a sword.
So, you know what, though? Obviously, by the way, shout out to Zay. Hi, Zay. Zay said, only here to see your sister. That's creepy, Zay. You have a fan. You know, though, Avalon High, again, this is based on a book. Go ahead, Jay.
I feel like I don't remember anything about Avalon High.
Same.
I just remember like the
I know, right?
impression we have about it.
Okay. I just remind me to show you a video later, Ben.
Okay.
About Stain. So I only remember the feeling I had when I watched it, and it's the same feeling that I got when I read Percy Jackson for the first time.
Oh, wait, I want to listen to
Which is funny because if Percy Jackson has a movie too, it actually has two, I think.
Yeah.
But if you watch the Percy Jackson movie, that doesn't give you
the same
any of the same vibe as the book.
No.
So I
Not
always thought that was funny that like I got more of a Percy Jackson vibe from a movie that had nothing to do with
smaller
it
budget
than
DCOM.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Than a later Disney movie that they really tried hard to make
It was
the next Harry Potter.
It was so hard to make it through
because Disney
Percy
owned
Jackson
the rights to Percy Jackson because it was a Disney Hyperion published book.
Oh my
and
gosh,
they really tried
seriously?
hard. Yeah. So they tried really hard to make the next Harry Potter. It just didn't work out for them.
No, it didn't.
And
Next
Dude,
Harry
it's
Potter, you
coming
mean the next
back on Disney
Percy Jackson?
Plus.
I think you mean.
No. Disney owned the rights to Percy Jackson because it
Yes.
was a Disney Hyperion
Yes.
publishing
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And so they tried to make Percy Jackson the next Harry Potter.
Yeah,
just
but
didn't
it
work
wasn't.
out for them because at
Yeah.
the height of the popularity of the book series, they released the Percy Jackson movie, and it was such a flop
Yeah, it
that
was
it
awful.
kind of spoiled. Yeah,
It was not. It was so hard to
bad.
get through the Percy Jackson film.
So hard to get through it. Yep.
So wait, EJ, they're coming out with a re-release on Disney Plus.
That's what it says right here, Jay. I saw a story on Google.
That's what it says on here.
What do you mean a re-release?
So it says right here,
Well,
Percy
not-
3 Jackson.
well,
I'll
like,
read it, Cass. It says Percy 3 Jackson the movie isn't happening, and author Rick Riordan couldn't be happier. A Percy Jackson 3 movie following the events of the Titans Curse book isn't in development and never will be. However, Disney Plus is rebooting the entire series with author Rick Riordan. Listen to this new Percy Jackson podcast today. So is that going to be a TV show then?
Yeah, I think they've tried. Rick Riordan, and this is totally off topic, he's very, very diligent about the development of the series.
Okay.
He has produced more content for his series than any other author I know has produced for like a single series. Obviously, like there's lots of prolific authors, but no, he's done so much work with Percy Jackson. He has like multiple websites. He's worked with multiple different graphic novel authors. He's written lots of mini series. He's done lots of subcontext books where like he'll hide clues and like make mysteries and stuff. Like no, he's crazy prolific with the series. He's very invested in the development of the series, but I don't think he's ever been in very much agreement with Disney about like where he wants it to go.
The
If that
direction
makes
of it.
sense.
I know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think
Well,
Avalon's
because I feel like he probably can't have enough
control on it.
creative
Yeah.
control on it. So
I put Avalon high in B tier, guys. I think it's the same as Minutemen, where like if we're thinking of memory, it
Yeah,
wasn't that
B
bad.
tier.
But if you watch it again, it'd be
We'll go
C
B
tier,
tier.
right? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll go
And
B
that
tier
brings
with
us to our final. It actually might be worth it to watching because I would be curious to see like what it was like. Also, real quick note, I feel like it had the same kind of vibe as Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior, who is like about fantasy.
gosh,
a big
so,
emphasis on
yeah.
like fantasy.
yeah.
Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, last one in the list. Obviously, the first
Do
two.
you remember anything from this film?
Austin Butler was in it, and there's an
do
annoying
remember that a little bit.
puppy pet dog that she had. Yeah, it was a complete flop, awful movie, not fun, wasn't good the first time.
Ask EJ if the kids have even rewatched this.
Have you rewatched this film?
You're hot. Oh, thank you.
Oh
the stage
my
makeup
gosh.
really, it really brings out my tongue.
No.
But yeah, I really appreciate that. But I'm not really interested in you in that way. I just have a lot of fans. No, I'm.
Yeah,
the
me,
mic,
your mic's on.
It's on.
You're hot.
Oh.
Dude.
I fucking love that.
I know.
Sharpay has always been in the spotlight.
I'm about to start casting for a new musical on Broadway.
Broadway? As in Broadway?
But to follow her dream,
I know of an available New York apartment equal distance from both Chanel and Wicked.
she'll take on her toughest role yet.
Using a throwback song in your trailer is never a good idea.
It's not a good
idea.
This is
It's
a
not a
Roche
good
Hotel,
omen.
no room service.
I feel like
What is that?
Ashley Tisdale is a great example of like what we were talking about earlier, a classic blonde Disney actress who just felt inauthentic in whatever role they put her in because they never allowed her to be like a real person. Like they forced her to become that character of
Play a
Sharpay.
prototype. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, like I've even heard like, and this just goes down to like bad casting management, but like I've read stories about how her relationship with Ryan was strained on the High School Musical sets because like they just encouraged method acting so much. Where like it was hard for her to step out of the role of Sharpay at all, even off camera.
Right.
Japan.
It's a closet with a tongue.
This is my place. Looking better, huh?
Austin Butler's career is so weird.
It is so strange, right?
Weird. It's so
We
strange.
are thrilled to welcome one of the biggest stars around, Amber Lee Adams.
I would be excited to work with you.
But only one can be in the show.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. For me. Without me, there's no show.
Nothing is turning out the way I planned it. Plan A, live in a penthouse and star on Broadway. Plan B, I don't have a plan B.
Oh, I can't even watch anymore. I gotta close it. I can't even.
Please
deal
turn
with
it
that.
off. Please
Dude,
turn it off.
Wow, awful. Not good. Not good at all.
Do you want to make that our D, our 1D one?
I feel more like an E, to be honest with you.
I almost feel like an F. from
Yeah, I
what
was gonna
just
say
watched.
F. It's either an F or an E. I would not watch it again. It wasn't even worth watching the first time. Shit. EJ, what score do you give that one?
Yeah, I don't even remember anything about it besides the "you're hot" line.
Right?
So F.
F. I'm giving that an F. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was just a
F.
disappointment trying to ride the high of the previous High School Musical series and failing so
And
hard.
not working.
And yeah, horrible. All right, guys, that's the last one we had. So here's our tier ranking right here. We had we had 7 films in the S tier: Johnny Tsunami, Jumping Ship, Get a Clue, You Wish, High School Musical, Read and Weep, High School Musical 2. A tier: Smart House, Horse Sense, Camp Rock, Princess Protection Program. B tier: Jump In, Minutemen, Avalon High. C tier: Cadet Kelly, Johnny Capahala, Starstruck, Camp Rock 2. Cowbells in the E column, and the F tier would be Quince and Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. We feel is any changes we should make to this list?
Nope.
Only thing was like maybe some of these C's could even qualify as a D, like Camp Rock 2 or
As a D,
yeah,
right?
some of them could qualify as a
We
D.
would drop stuff down. Nothing would move up.
Nothing would move up.
Nothing
no,
would
definitely
move
not.
up. We would drop it down.
Yeah, we might drop some stuff in the D column, but overall, like that S tier is beautiful. Yeah, S tier is beautiful. Definitely S tier.
We'd probably drop all of B to C if we even watch those again. So.
That's shh, don't tell anyone.
Like-
A lot of these C movies that also would be in the D tier, like Back on Board, I think would definitely go to the D tier, and
Oh, but that would go to D tier, yeah.
Camp
But
Rock as well.
I
but
don't know. I
not
mean,
mad. I mean, for the nostalgia, to be polite, just based on memory, this is an epic list. I would stand by this list. Princess Protection Program, I honestly have like such a small recollection of that film. I'd have to watch it again to really
you need
qualify.
to go rewatch it. Go rewatch it.
Yeah, but overall though, I love our S tier ranking. Those movies right there are definitive, I think, of our vibe. So yeah.
So the clarification also from earlier, Ross Lynch obviously was not in the Netflix series Monster: The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. He was in a 2017 movie called My Friend Dahmer.
Oh, so he played
portrayed Jeffrey Dahmer in a different movie.
How interesting.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That was immediately following the wrapping up of Austin Alley.
Okay.
Was it seriously?
Yes.
Wow. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's not funny. But yeah, anyways, that's what.
I guess you guys are watching Austin Alley again recently, or watching the series for the first time, or rewatching it, weren't you guys? Because Vit was talking about R5 and stuff like that.
Vit rewatched it. Okay, so like the boys
Vit
rewatched
loves
it.
Austin
So
Alley.
Vit loves Austin Alley. Yeah.
Funny.
But they don't like it for Austin. They like it for his friend Lewis or whatever his name is.
Okay, got you. I have a
The
friend
orange
who is like
guy.
a big fan of R5, and so she's met R5 like on 2 or 3 different occasions. Got to take pictures with them as well. So Vit.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so Vit
Wow.
thought that was cool.
Not one of my favorite bands at all.
Yeah.
It's not even a flex, even that's just
Ow. Yeah, I'm super sorry. Like I'm so sorry. Like
I just missed that era. I think you
That
had to
whole-
be there. It was like the mid era,
The whole
middle
Teen
between
Beach era?
Well,
The
it's
whole
similar like
Teen
BTS,
Beach
like when
era?
BTS was like a big thing as well. It's like BTS, R5, that whole generation right there. Victorious also, but Victorious was like actually enjoyable. BTS is also kind of like they're like the middle ground between eras, switching over.
Yeah.
They're mid and also mid,
Yeah.
I think. Like
they just are. I had never understood why they thought I don't know.
Anyway, that was a really fun tier ranking. I'm going to do a quick outro for YouTube, and we can stay on the chat for a bit longer. But thank you guys for watching this live stream, the tier ranking. We're probably going to do more. I'm still getting the hang of like how to do YouTube live streams. So this is kind of like, that's why I didn't promote this one very much. But we'll be back to do more tier rankings, because this was actually pretty fun to go down memory lane. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on other social media. Peace. 1 second.